The Lord of the Rings Online will be getting some of the biggest changes that I have ever seen since the launch of the game, and especially since the original free-to-play update, especially regarding the monetization. So this is from the new producer's letter for March 22. This is going to be Q2 2022, and it covers the Anniversary and Update 33. But the most exciting thing, even beyond the Yondershire, which is confirmed to be the next zone for Update 33, is going to be some changes for monetization, including what VIP players get, what free-to-play players get, and just what you have to buy in the game. One thing I should mention, a lot of the changes announced here are going to be for Update 33, which is the next major update, and it's expected for late April, which will kick off the 15th anniversary. That coincides with the time of the 15th anniversary. Of course, number 15 for the anniversary is quite a big one, so they have a lot of stuff planned, it sounds like. So here we have the update to VIPs. They're going to be making some smaller changes, but we all know that's not too exciting compared to what we have right here. And VIPs now get all of the expansion content included in the subscription, except for the latest expansion, of course, but that will include Mordor, Minas Morgul, and War of Three Peaks. Now, what about the earlier expansions? As this letter says, that is what's going to be covered next. For all the previous expansions, for even free-to-play players, not even if you just have a subscription, all quest areas and instances and expansions, that includes the first 5 expansions that were released to LOTRO, those are now going to be available for free to everyone. And just so you know, that is going to be up to level 95 content. These are honestly massive changes, especially with LOTRO being a little bit infamous for its not so player-friendly monetization and being very expensive to get all the content, of course, outside of sales and some of the free content giveaways that they have done. But on top of all this content that you're getting, if we go back up to their 4th point, we already had an update 32. You had some nice quality of life benefits get included with free-to-play players, but now the High Elf race will be free for all players. And all but the newest, of course, premium classes with the Runekeepers, Wardens, and Beornings, they will now be available for free-to-play players, and you will not have to buy them. This is especially great for my favorite class in the game, the Warden. I think everybody should at least try it, even if they don't ultimately end up liking it. So in short summary, if you are going to become a VIP subscriber or already are for LOTRO, all you will really need to buy for all the content is going to be the latest expansion, which at this point does actually include the Brawler class. If you are a free-to-play player, there still are a few extra pieces of content you need to buy, basically everything past level 95, which includes up to the current expansion, which is Gundabad, and that does mean that it looks like they will not get Stout Axe Dwarves for free. So for a free-to-play player, you will still need all the quest packs post-level 95, which is going to be 95 to 105, and then Mordor is going to be 105 to 115, while then you have quest packs again 115 to 120, then an expansion for 120 to 130, and there are some quest packs for level 130, and finally there's going to be the Gundabad expansion 130 to 140, and that's the only 140 content right now is the Gundabad expansion. It's honestly not only a lot more simple, but in the old days, you used to only have up to level 30 for free and would have to purchase a variety of quest packs which were included, at least in VIP, and still will be. And then starting at 50, you would have to deal with expansions, which also had some quest packs mixed in, and it really was a mess, and this just cleans up a whole lot of that and gives you a ton more content. It's not only over 3 times the levels that you used to have, up to about 32-ish with Lonelands. There is so much content packed between Lonelands and level 95 that is kind of crazy. I personally believe these are very good changes for the game, even as somebody who already owns all this stuff, and it really doesn't affect me personally with my purchases in LOTRO. I still think it is a great thing for the game, and if anything, even as somebody who already owns all this, I think it is going to be beneficial to my experience by having more players in the game, because of course more stuff being more free will probably mean there are going to be more players, and anybody who does start the game will be a lot more likely to stick around, I believe. It is also going to be very great timing with the Rings of Power TV series, of course, boosting interest in the Lord of the Rings as a franchise, and of course, gaming with the Lord of the Rings, which includes Lord of the Rings Online as the only Lord of the Rings MMO. One thing I also do want to do is shout out the producer. He is the one who wrote this letter, but Renenia. I had an interview with him back in July, and we talked about some of the new player experience and the monetization of LOTRO, and he said that things will change. Now, it has been quite a while since I've done that interview. It's been a few months, not even a full year, and here we are actually seeing the changes. So I'm really happy to see that Renenia has at least helped get these changes going with LOTRO to make it better for all players in the future. And on top of all these great changes to monetization, it just makes me excited for LOTRO's future and any potential future changes to monetization that might make the game even better and actually make me more likely to spend money if it's more friendly to my purchases. I may have a video dedicated just to Yondershire, so please do let me know if you would like to see that, but that's the other big thing that's going to be coming besides, of course, the 15th anniversary in April, but that's the other big thing mentioned here is Yondershire, the next zone. I actually had a little preview of it before the zone was even announced and confirmed that it was going to be a zone, so I'll link that video in the description, but yeah, it looks really neat. I actually really like this Hobbit village, the looks of it, so I'm actually excited to go to Yondershire. And just some other things mentioned in this letter is going to be some big announcements for the 15th anniversary. They will still have a little bit more, it sounds like, to announce with that, so excited to see that, of course. And also, they just have a general update of what they are doing, work to improve performance and lag. And I actually must say that I have noticed at least the past few months that lag has improved, at least in my experience, a little bit, so that has been nice. And they'll keep adjusting class balance, continue bug fixing, and further refining the new legendary item system. I'm of course excited to see further refinement, but we'll see how things evolve with that in the future. And of course, we'll have season 2 of the reward track and all sorts of stuff coming up. So that's pretty standard of just continuing to do the good stuff that they are doing in every update. So yeah, really exciting time for LOTRO, and if you are a new player or if you're thinking about starting the game, now might be the best time ever with all the monetization changes and a lot of the recent updates bringing low-level zones. I forgot to even talk about Yondershire being a low-level zone. I don't think it's been talked about here, but at least what we were able to explore in the game right now that's a tiny bit out of bounds technically, it is around level 20-ish. Perhaps it would be followed by the Shire, which goes up to level 15. Anyway, I'm getting rambly just because it's so exciting to see all this stuff as I keep repeating. So as far as this video goes, I hope you all learned something useful and enjoyed it. And I hope you're also just as excited as me for these upcoming changes that will be in update 33. And just as a reminder, it's going to be late April, which is really soon. That's like a month from now for the next big update. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more or becoming a channel member to support the content, and thanks for watching, everyone.